Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to episode number 16 in our FTB Oceanblock series. I've decided to try out some different shaders. I updated to the newest versions of them, and I wasn't really liking the one I was using, the complimentary. It just wasn't fitting the feel for what I wanted. This one I'm trying out is Silder's basic shaders. So far I kind of like it, except that I kind of get some glitches when I'm turning around, but mostly it's working. For now, it's going to do the job. What I have been working on for the moment is finishing out some more of our seeds for mystical agriculture. I'd like to get them all finished so I can start getting them planted. And so what I did is I organized a wall here, and I have been going through and putting them into the right spots. So if I look here on the seeds, after mystical flower seeds comes marble, and then the next one after that would be, let's see, where was I? Marble. The next one's limestone. I don't know how to get limestone because I don't know how to get limestone to make the seeds. We're going to skip that one. We'll go to basalt. So we'll leave a spot for limestone when I eventually figure it out. And then we have basalt, and then electrotine, and then iron. Iron is our first tier 3 seed that we've crafted. What I'm going to do first, now that I've done a bunch of these, I'm going to go through and accept a bunch of these rewards. Because I was thinking it's possible that I might get some seeds from these rewards to help me out along the way. So let's just select a bunch of these. Some of the ones here for tier 2 that I haven't done yet are some of the animal seeds. Those I need to check to see what I need for them. Let's see, what all did we get here? Some laser lenses. We did get a seed, but it's one I already have. Let's put some of the stuff away. Ring of dexterous motion. Let's set that aside for now. Maybe that's a Botania ring. I don't have the ability to use that yet. We'll put it away. When we get into Botania, we'll mess around with that. This way. That I don't. For now. That I don't. This I can put away. Okay. So I'm just gonna spend some time and work on seeds and get as much of this wall completed as I can, and get that way I can start planting some of the seeds that I actually want to start growing sooner rather than later. We've gotten quite a few seeds done. As far as tier 2 and tier 3, the only seeds that I have left to do are seeds that I require soul jars for, which I haven't gotten set up yet. And then mana steel, which I need Botania for. And this is the same, these are all soul jar seeds. A few of them I've actually gotten from rewards. Honey seeds I managed to get from a reward. I got Basal's seeds from a reward. So as I go, I keep getting some of them to save me from having to make them later. Same with ghast, I got that from a reward. So right now I'm working on tier 3 seeds. But one thing I did get from a reward is that I managed to get an upgraded jetpack, so I don't have to make that. It's a tier 3, so it's 4 million FE per tick, or 4 million FE, and it has real nice hover on it. Pretty sweet. Happy with that. So basically what I've been doing is just going through here in the list, and then energized steel seeds is the next one that I'm doing, so I just search for that. I bring up the recipe. Makes it real easy to just grab these 4, pull them out. We can run through, place those in, and now I'm up to the tier 4, so I need Imperium. And then I place it in, and there we go. So then once I have it, that completes the quest. I collect the reward. And then I'll come over here. I put the seeds up here, so I know I have to put them into our thing. And then I look for the next one. So the next one is refined obsidian. The refined obsidian seeds. And I do the same thing. I don't have any refined obsidian ingots, so I need to go make those. So to make those, I just use an osmium compressor with some refined obsidian dust. So that's something I'll have to go make, but I can make it. One thing I did notice, and I'm not quite sure about this, but in mystical agriculture, if I go to seeds, there's some seeds that I just can't make. Like, zinc, for example, doesn't have a crafting recipe. And brass doesn't have a crafting recipe. And I don't know if that's because, the same with graphite, if that's just not something that's needed in the pack and so they were disabled or what. But I'm still going to leave the space for them for now in, I gotta turn that throttle down, that's way too fast. That's much better. It might just be because it's not meant to be in the pack and I'll have to just see. I'll leave the space for them in my seed wall for now, and then I'll adjust for it later. Maybe we'll get some of them as rewards or something, but I don't have any ability to craft them, so I'm gonna get some refined obsidian made, do the seeds, and work on the tier 4 seeds. One of the seeds I'm working on is endstone seeds, and in order to get an agglomeratio, I don't know how to pronounce that, is I needed endstone, chorus fruit, and purpur blocks, which is made from the chorus fruit. Endstone was really easy. I just used the jar recipe. I made a couple stacks of endstone. To get the chorus fruit, a little more difficult. I needed to grow chorus flowers, which you get from sluicing crushed endstone. So I took the extra endstone I made and I crushed it using my crusher and ran it through here. And I got chorus flowers. I also got some shulker shells and some draconium dust and some ender lily seeds. I have a little bit more still processing. Can I speed this up? Yep, sure can. Okay, so let's grab that. I already set this up in botany pot up here to grow the chorus of fruit for us. We haven't gotten any yet, but it takes a little while. But we're gonna let that grow. I'm gonna take ender lily seeds. So that these, to grow these, you need to put them on an ender pearl block or on endstone. To make an ender pearl block, it's just 9 ender pearls, so do that, no problem. I just have the botany pots, so I might as well set it up. I don't particularly need more ender pearls, I don't think, but might as well grow them. So we're just waiting on chorus fruit. Oh, looks like we got some. I need to take 4 of these and cook them. That'll give us the purple block we need. And we want to do this, and there we go. Okay, so now all we have to do to make our end seeds are to use this here. And there we go. and seeds. So we're about halfway through the tier 4 seeds. A little less than half. I'm gonna keep going through and get the rest of these done. I am finishing up the last tier 4 seed I can make for right now. I've made all the ones that I can. There's a few that I'm gonna have to get some more things set up for. But also I am pretty much out of Inferium at this point. I have 765 left. If we look at Mystical Agriculture, I have a little bit of Supremium I could turn into the Imperium, but just not really much. So I have gotten all but Elementium. I still need Botania to make the Elementium. Top Graphite, I need to get into Immersive Engineering to make the first Top Graphite, and then I can make the seeds. And Enderman Seeds are a Soul Jar recipe, which I still haven't gotten into. Same with Blaze. Experience Seeds. I could probably make that, but I need to get the Soulium and the Soul Glass. So that'll be when I get into doing the mobs. Tier 5 is our next one. We're really close to being done with all of the seeds that we can do. And then we'll get into the Insanium level eventually. But for now, I'm going to take these seeds and organize them on my seed wall. And then I think I'm probably just going to AFK for a while to get some more Imperium built up, because I can't really do much else without it. Alright, we've gotten all the seeds that we've made so far into the wall, and it's looking pretty good. We got well over half of all the seeds finished. We need to get Soul Jar set up. We need to get Experience Capsule set up, which is basically the same as a Soul Jar. And then we need a few miscellaneous ones that we don't quite have the technology for. A big one is Botania, getting into doing some of those Terra Steel, Elementium, Mana Steel, those things. The rest, a good deal of the rest of these, all I need to do is get some more Imperium set up, because I need the Supremium to craft these seeds. And Insanium is just something we're going to have to get to at a later date, because we don't even have access to Insanium yet. I mean, we do, but not really. So, for now, we'll take a break from doing these seeds. I'm going to take some time in AFK to get some more Inferium built back up. Also because I have to get ready to leave. We'll have to work on this another day. But the next thing I want to work on is getting the rest of our other seeds set up. So we have a lot of thermal cultivation seeds. We have flower seeds. I want to get all these planted in our farm so that we're all finished with these seeds and we can have things growing by the end of the episode. But we'll work on that when I am able to come back and work on it again. And until then, I'll do some AFKing to get some more Inferium built up so we can hopefully finish most of the Mystical Agriculture seeds during this episode as well. Ooh, I need to grab some blocks to block myself in. These tridents were just something that came out of the mob farm that accidentally got put into one of the drawers when I was changing things around. But I'll just throw them in our storage for now. See if anything else is good in here. A couple more things. Okay, so I'll be back after we get some more Inferium. We'll finish up the Mystical Agriculture seeds. Alright, we've gotten all the seeds that we've made so far into the wall, and it's looking pretty good. We got well over half of all the seeds finished. We need to get Soul Jar set up. We need to get Experience Capsule set up, which is basically the same as a Soul Jar. And then we need a few miscellaneous ones that we don't quite have the technology for. A big one is Botania, getting into doing some of those Terra Steel, Elementium, Mana Steel, those things. The rest, a good deal of the rest of these, all I need to do is get some more Imperium set up, because I need the Supremium to craft these seeds. And Insanium is just something we're going to have to get to at a later date, because we don't even have access to Insanium yet. I mean, we do, but not really. So for now, we'll take a break from doing these seeds. I'm going to take some time in AFK to get some more Inferium built back up. Also because I have to get ready to leave. We'll have to work on this another day. But the next thing I want to work on is getting the rest of our other seeds set up. So we have a lot of thermal cultivation seeds. We have flower seeds. I want to get all these planted in our farm so that we're all finished with these seeds and we can have things growing by the end of the episode. But we'll work on that when I am able to come back and work on it again. And until then, I'll do some AFKing to get some more Inferium built up so we can hopefully finish most of the mystical agriculture seeds during this episode as well. Oh, I need to grab some blocks to block myself in. These tridents were just something that came out of the mob farm that accidentally got put into one of the drawers when I was changing things around. But I'll just throw them in our storage for now. See if anything else is good in here. A couple more things. Okay, so I'll be back after we get some more Inferium. We'll finish up the mystical agriculture seeds. I was recording my process on making Solium dagger and the soul jars. And I had some construction noise that was really loud outside, so I'm gonna start it over. To make the things we need now, we need Solium and Soulstone. So the first step in that process is to just make a Soulstone cobble. So that is just taking Solium dust, combining it with cobblestone. I did do quite a bit of it already, but I'm going to do a little more here just to demonstrate it for you. Let's see, let's do one more process. Does it not have... Oh, it doesn't have the Solium. Let me grab a little bit just to demonstrate it. So Solium we have been collecting from our sluice, so we have a lot of it. This in here. And now it has what it needs. There we go. So it makes the Solium into Soulstone cobble. We then take that and smelt it. And then we take that, smelt it again. And then finally we take that and smelt it one last time. That gives us the soul dust. For Solium ingots, which I've already made a bunch of, it's just combining prosperity ingots with the Solium dust, and that's made with prosperity shards and iron. Once we have those, we can craft Solium glass, soul glass. There we go. Which is just combining the soul dust we crafted in the smelter with glass. Those are used to make soul jars. Soul jars are vessels. They don't stack, so I didn't make a lot of them. But they just have a Solium ingot cap and then 3 soul glass, and they make a soul jar. Then you craft a soul dagger, or Solium dagger, which is just using the same items again with a gold sword. You get the dagger, and you use the dagger to kill mobs, and their souls slowly fill the jars. So I've been focusing on trying to get a jar full of pig. And so just go around and find them. And you have to kill them with the soul dagger. Go. Got a new hat. Portal hat. Interesting. So now we're at 4 out of 8. So let's see, there's another pig over this direction. Here, piggy. And that gets us up to 5. And so you can see we just have to keep doing this. To do the seeds that we want to do, we need 4 of these jars full. The other thing we might want to do is, if we make a attuned dagger for peaceful creatures, we get more using it. But to do that, we need to infuse it with chicken, pig, sheep, and a cow. So I'm going to take some time and kill off a bunch of mobs here until we have jars filled with what we want. And then we will craft that attuned dagger. And I'm not sure if I'm just going to keep killing the passive mobs as they spawn on the island, or if I'm going to set up some kind of farm. I have the farm now. I could just turn off the mob crusher and set up a way for those mobs to collect together in a single spot, and then I could just kill them with the dagger. So I'm not quite sure. We'll see what we want to do, how long it takes to actually get these jars filled, if it's worth getting an automated setup for that. Passive mobs were taking quite a while to spawn, and when I looked, I realized that I had fans and blessed earth already, so I figured why not make a little farm here that did spawn mobs for us. So I have to get rid of a couple more blocks in here, because this horse does not want to fall in. I also realized I just made a vital mistake. Forgot to turn my fans off before I came in here, so I'm gonna have to come out this way. Okay. But so basically there's just a little area of blessed earth back there. As soon as things spawn in, they get knocked down into a pit, and they come down here and they collect all together. I kill them with a dagger. Their souls fill up my jars. And this absorption hopper is picking up all the items. I'm gonna set up a system to import that into our storage system. And right now my goal is to get this jar filled up. Once I get the cow jar filled up, I can create a passive mob attuned dagger and really speed up this process. So I'm gonna work on getting that done, and then we'll make the passively attuned dagger. I decided to go real simple with emptying our absorption hopper. I just put an item pipe going into an ender chest, and I'm going to go up here to our main refined storage system, and we're gonna put an ender chest in the back connected to an importer. So let's see, we could probably put it right here, put an importer on, and now everything in the ender chest will get imported back into our system. So now anytime we want to set up a farm, a remote farm, just to do something temporary, we just have it empty its contents into a white ender chest, and it'll import directly into our system. I did get the 4 jars I need, so I'm going to make a new Solium dagger. And then I need a gold sword for that. And then the other items that we need is 2 Solium ingots and 2 Solium gemstone. So Solium ingots we already have. And then the Solium gemstones are very simple to craft. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. The dagger goes in the middle. Two gemstones, 2 ingots, a chicken, a cow, a pig, and a sheep. And there we go. We have a passively attuned Solium dagger. So now we'll get extra when we use it to kill passive mobs. Let's just give it a couple of swipes here and see how much we get. So let's kind of organize this just a little bit for a second. This one's empty. This one's chickens. This one's sheeps. That's a pig. That's sheep. That's a rabbit. Empty and cow. So it looks like it's given it an extra... Ooh, that actually filled up really quick. A couple swipes, we got that one full. So it looks like we're gonna have to get some more soul jars. Because for each of the seeds that I want to make, I'm gonna need 4 of each of the animals. Well, 4 soul jars for each of the animals is what I mean. So I have 3 pigs. I'm gonna need to get some more for that. Let's just go right over here. We can make more soul jars. Put this stuff away. Inventory gets very cluttered with this process. Let's put this one away and this one away. The soul jar. I think I'm just gonna fill my inventory with them. Sounds like a good plan to me. That way I don't pick up any junk either. Let the absorption hopper do its job. Looks like it's pretty smart about making sure that it puts the items into a jar that's not quite full first, so I don't end up with a bunch of jars with different items in it, which is good. Pigs at 4.5. So the pig's the first one I'm doing, so I need... Looks like I'm probably gonna need 1 or 2 more pigs. So each one gives me 1.5. Yeah, so it gives us an extra 50% for each time we use the attuned dagger instead of just a regular dagger. 7.5. 1 more pig will do the job. There we go. So now we have the 4 pig jars. So to make a pig seed, we need 4 jars, 4 prudentium, and a solium seed base. So the solium seed base I haven't made yet. We just take solium dust and add it to the regular seed. So what we should do is figure out how many we need to make so we can make just enough of them. I'm not going to make more after we're done, but for now, let's just make 1. Put this away. And then we need prudentium. Okay. So I'm going to make this seed together on camera, and then I'll probably just work on making all the other seeds and get them all set up in our wall afterwards. But so we just take the 4 soul jars for pigs, and then we take the solium seed base and infuse all that together. There we go, we got our first pig seeds. So we have quite a bit of seeds to make in this fashion, so I will collect what we can and just do that all off camera, because it's all basically the same thing. I finished the chicken, cow, and sheep seeds. It was just the same process as the pigs, and I crafted them up. So they're all in our wall of seeds now. The next one we're working on is squid, and I was thinking hunting down squid's going to be a real pain. I looked into it. You can actually make soul jars from certain items by just extracting the soul from the drop. So each ink sac gives you 0.25 of a squid soul, and so it takes 24 to fill up a jar. And so in total, stack and a half of ink sacs gives me the soul jars I need to craft squid seed. Then I'll have infinite ink sacs. So that's worth it doing. Fish is the same way. We'll extract fish to make soul jars. Each one of these is going to fill it up with different amounts. So we can find pufferfish. I don't know if I have pufferfish. Let's just search system. I have clown or tropical fish. So let's see. Let's go back to our seeds. Spelled mystical. Mystical egg seeds. So if we look at our fish seeds, tropical fish give us each half, so that's only 12 times 4 is 48. So I have enough tropical fish to do the fish seeds. Slime seeds won't be a problem because we're just using slime balls and we have tons of slime balls. Where we run into trouble is turtle seeds, because we're going to need to either collect soul jars by collecting the souls from turtles, or using the soul extractor, we can do it with scoot, which means we're still going to have to find turtles so that we can get the scoot from them. So that one might take us a little while. Hello. And then that we're back up to where we are with the tier 2 seeds. So that'll finish us out for all of tier 2. Let's do one last extraction. We'll get our squid seeds. But so I just wanted to show you the process, how we use the soul extractor. Again, those are all things I'll do off camera because it's pretty tedious just waiting for it to come around. And I think I'm going to have to call it for today's episode. We're getting pretty long. We've gotten quite a bit of the seeds finished. We're now almost finished with tier 2. And tier 3, all that's left is doing the hostile mob seeds, which we'll work on. Those I probably will also use a soul extractor, because we can do things like extracting rotten flesh, which we have tons of from our mob farm, and I'm sure the rest of these are just the same way. Like, let's look at, oh, rabbits are in there, but spiders, for example, their souls are extracted from string or spider eyes, both of which I have quite a bit of. So we'll get all those seeds knocked out off camera and get them all into the seed wall. At some point, we're going to have to get them all planted and growing. That'll take a while too and be a little bit tedious. So I may do that just in between episodes here and there and just focus on doing the ones that I actually really need the resources from. So I hope you enjoyed watching this episode, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.